Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be teaching how to make this bralette. It is really cute. I made it to go with the bolero I made in my previous video, and it's really gorgeous. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. It is totally free, and trust me, you're really going to love it here. I'll be teaching you how to make this really cute bralette. It's a very easy pattern and it's suitable for a beginner. This bralette is really cute and it has this tiny heart stitches at the bottom. For this tutorial, I'll be making use of this DK weight yarn. It's an acrylic yarn. You can make use of any yarn weight of your choice because this is going to be measurement based. Then I'm going to be using this for the border. This is the scrap yarn I had remaining from the shrug I made earlier. Then I'm going to make use of a 3mm hook and measuring tape. So for your measurements, let's assume this is your bust. Please pardon my drawing. And this is your nipple. You're going to measure the fullest part of your bust from here to here. And let's see, for mine is 10 inches. Then you're going to deduct 2 inches from whatever you got. So that is 8 for me, but I prefer deducting 2.5 inches. So I'll be working with a 7.5 inch for this. Actually depends on your preference. So if you want to show less cleavage, I would suggest you deduct 2 inches. If you're comfortable showing a little extra cleavage, I would suggest you deduct 2.5 inches from whatever you get from your full bust measurement. So the first thing we're going to do is to make a slip knot like this. So chain a total of 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Then place 2 single crochets in the very first stitch that you made. So now we have a total of 3 double crochets. This first chain 2 here counts as a double crochet. So with this and this 2, we have a total of 3 for our first row. For the second row, we're going to be increasing. Chain 2, turn your work and place a double crochet in the very first stitch. Then place double crochet in the next stitch. When you get to the last, that's these 2 chains that we made in the first row, you're going to place 2 double crochets in it. 1, 2. So have a total of 5 double crochets in our second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So chain 2, turn your work and increase in the very first stitch. Place a double crochet in this. Then make double crochets in every stitch till you get to the last stitch. Now we are the last stitch. You're going to go in and place 2 double crochets. So for row 3, we're going to have a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're increasing with 2 stitches in every row. For row 4, chain 2, turn your work and place a double crochet in the first stitch. Then keep placing double crochets in every stitch on the row till you get to the very last stitch, which is usually a chain 2 from the previous row. So I'm at the end of the row. I'm just going to place 2 double crochets in the last stitch. 1, 2. So by the end of row 4, you should have a total of 9 stitches. So you're going to repeat this process till you get to your desired length, that is the length you got after measuring your boobs and deducting 2 or 2.5 inches. So this measures 2 inches. It could measure 1.5 for you depending on your gauge. So just go ahead and repeat this process till you get to your desired length, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done with mine. So guys, I am done with mine. I think I did a total of 14 rows for the work. So now the next step is going to be to for me, since I decreased by 2.5 inches, I'm going to make an extra row without increases. But if you decrease your bust measurements by 2 inches, just skip this next step and go to the step after that. I just want to show you guys briefly the measurement of my top. See, it measures 7.5 inches. So guys, for row 15, remember this is going to be the rows without increase. You're just going to chain a total of 2 chains, turn your work and skip this stitch. You know, this is where we normally place the second double crochet stitch, then make a double crochet in the next. You're going to keep placing double crochets till you get to the end of the row. So I'm almost at the end of the row. So instead of placing 2 double crochets in here, you're going to place 1. So that is it for the bra cup. My total number of stitches equaled 29. Go ahead and make another bra cup so you can have 2 bra cups. Now the next step is to connect both bra cups together. To connect your bra cups, you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch on the second bra cup, like this. Chain 1 and cut. So now I'm going to go in with my black yarn and I'm going to try and hide my loose ends as I work. So in the first stitch, of your bra cup, you're going to attach your yarn. I made this into two because it's not as thick as this yarn is. So attach your yarn like this, and to make this tight, go in and tie this to this. So we're going to be placing 2 single crochets across our work in each sides of the double crochet stitches. So chain 1 and place your first single crochet, then second one. Then in the next, go in with 2 single crochets. In the next, repeat. So you can notice I'm trying to hide this as I work. In the next, you're going to repeat the same thing. Do this till you get to this edge of the work. I am at the last stitch. So I'm just going to place my last 2 single crochets in here. Then on top of this stitch that we placed our 2 double crochets earlier, we're going to make a single crochet. Then chain as long as you want your straps to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a really long chain. Chain loosely because you're going to be placing single crochets in this. I didn't really count, but I believe this is up to like 50 chains. This is long enough to go around my neck. I'm going to proceed to make single crochets in every single chain till I get to the end of the row. Do this in each chain that you made till you get to the end of your chain. We're now at the end of the row. Place a single crochet in the last stitch. Then place a single crochet in the very stitch you placed your last single crochet before you made your chain. So just go ahead and do what you did at the other side. Place 2 single crochets in every side of your double crochet till you get to the end. So we are now at the end of the row. I'm just going to place 2 single crochets in the last double crochet stitch. Then we're going to place a single crochet in that slip stitch we used in connecting our 2 cups. try hiding your loose ends as you work so it will be very easy for you by the end. Now place 2 single crochets in every stitch by the side like we did in the previous cup. Just go ahead and do what you did in the first cup. Work single crochets up, then make your straps, then work single crochets down. So do the same thing in the second cup. I'm done making my borders for both of the bra cups. The next step is to make the border for down the bottom of the bra cup. So I'm just going to chain 1 and place a single crochet in this single crochet I made last. Then chain 1, skip this stitch, this double crochet stitch, and place a single crochet in the next stitch. Then place another single crochet in the next stitch. So we have 2. Chain 1, skip the stitch, place single crochet in the next stitch, then another single crochet in the next stitch. Then chain 1, skip the stitch here, place a single crochet in the next stitch, place another single crochet. So you're just going to repeat this. Chain 1, 2 single crochet stitches, chain 1, 2 single crochet stitches, so you get to the end of this row. I am at the end of the row, so I'm just going to, I've already done 2 single crochets. I'm going to skip the stitch and place my last single crochet in here. Can you guys see? So that's it for the border. So we're going to create really cute and tiny heart stitches in the next row. For heart stitches, you're going to turn your work and make a slip stitch into this first single crochet that you made earlier, like this. Then in your chain 1 space, you're going to place a single crochet. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then go into your single crochet stitch like this. Pull up the loop and pull this through this loop. So you're just basically making a slip stitch through your single crochet stitch. Then go ahead and make another chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Go into that single crochet stitch again and make a slip stitch like you did earlier. So now we have 2 hot stitches. Then place a slip stitch in the same stitch that's in the same chain 1 space that you made your single crochet earlier and pull through. Then place a slip stitch in the 2 single crochet stitch. In the chain 1 space, make a single crochet, chain 3, and make a slip stitch in this single crochet stitch here like this. Chain 3, pass it through this single crochet stitch, After making this, place a slip stitch in the same chain 1 space. Then make slip stitches in the next 2 single crochet stitch. In the chain 1 space, place a single crochet like this. Note, this is where you're going to be passing your hook when you're making your slip stitches. Then chain 3, make a slip stitch, chain 3 again, and make a slip stitch. Then place a slip stitch in the same stitch that you made your single crochet and slip stitches in the next 2 single crochet stitches. In the next chain, you're going to repeat this hat picot stitches that you made till you get to the end of the row. So just make your hat picot stitches, place a slip stitch in the same stitch, and place 2 slip stitches in the next 2 single crochet stitches till you get to the end of the row. So just repeat this till you get to the end of the row. That's your second bracket. So guys, the worst thing that could happen to any crocheter happened to me. My yarn got finished. I was really pissed, so I kind of forgot to show you guys how I ended. I worked my picot stitches till I made this. I think you're going to have at your last, you're going to have a chain 1 and a single crochet. So I placed my last slip stitch in the single crochet and chained, then cut off my yarn. Can you see the small I have here? My intention was to make my straps with this, but I won't be using that anymore. So to make your straps, go in with in here, place your yarn. I'm just going to make a long strap. I'm already exhausted. I think it's due to my disappointment. For you, you can go ahead and make yours thicker like we did for here. But I'm just going to make a long chain that's going to fit around my back. So just make long chain long enough to fit around your back, and do the same for this. I'm done with my straps, so I just chained long enough to go around my back. They're pretty long though. Then the next step is to cut off loose ends. So I think that's all. So we're done with this tutorial. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. You can also check my other tutorials. I'm sure you will find some of them interesting.